morning, everybody. Good morning, world, Illinois nation. What it is. This is your main man. This is the night, right? This is the Black Knight himself. This is Mr. O. Once again, and we are now into the month of October. Yeah, we're still into Libra season. First thing first before I do anything though, on this day, which is historical economics today, and we'll wish a happy birthday to one Atlanta Buckhead's own Clifford Harris, otherwise known to many of y'all as T.I. We want to wish that brother there very happy solar returns. Now we got that out of the way, and I'm blessed to see another day as well. So therefore, let's get on right into it. There's a lot of things have been on my mind, because y'all know on these days I often talk about our true history about our people and what can we do as black people to go ahead and maintain and maneuver in this system of white supremacy. And I've said this all along through a lot of my podcasts, that we have to do it. The biggest threat to white supremacy is not only the masculine black alpha male, but also technically black economics, as Tariq Nasheed would point it out. And one of the things we have to do as a people, Killer Mike and Usher got the ball rolling when it come down to banking with black-owned banks. And yes, that's true. We have to do that. But first thing, it's got to start. It has to start with our dollars. You have to start going ahead and organizing your dollars, people. And I'm going to tell you something like this. I'm going to just go a little bit different down the historical path and everything. Now, last week I talked about Black Wall Street. I talked about Rosewood. Those were prosperous, flourishing communities that basically a white peckerwood pale-faced mob wiped out simply because of jealousy, because they hated the fact that they didn't want to see us prosper, they didn't want to see us living well, doing well, or whatnot. So their attitude, even to this day, is still like the fact that if they can't have it, nobody have it. But let's go into a little fictitious. I'm gonna go a little comic book here for a second. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big fan of superheroes, because I still believe in heroes, because heroes derives from the word Haru. And anybody that's in ancient Kemet, Morris science, already know what is Haru and what it represents. So we are the super Harus, just to go ahead and let you know. Yeah, so I'm a little bit mellow today because, see, right now when I'm playing in the background, y'all, that's from the stylistics. So, yeah, I'm a little bit old school when it comes to this type of stuff. But then that's what you need anyway these days. But I'm going to just go ahead and get right into it. Because when I said, we need to organize our dollars, we have to start going ahead and doing that. As you can see in the picture in the podcast, I got a pair of Jordans. Now, you just stay with me and follow with me for a second. I'm going to get right to it. Back then, during those times in the 1920s, with Black Wall Street, with Rosewood, and plenty other small, flourishing, all-black enclaves back then. And it still could have been like that to this day. But instead of going ahead with so-called whites going ahead and shooting, murdering people and all this stuff based on lies, they're doing it nowadays through gentrification. And that's a big problem. Ethnic cleansing, forcing us out to go ahead and bring their types in. I mean, you look at it right now. I remember back in the 90s, Atlanta, which is still right now, is still even the place to be. But you look at Atlanta now, you even got people that's coming in there, foreigners coming in there and building stuff up. That's supposed to be an all-black paradise. And they still holding on to that. St. Louis is supposed to be an all-black paradise. I could name countless others. I know Houston is still like that. Same could be said about Detroit. Same thing could be said about a lot of places. But the problem is, a lot of us nowadays, we don't want to, we get money, or like you work at your place, or work at your place of employment, wherever that may be. And most of us, we get paid, the first thing we want to do, you see the young fellas want to go ahead here. They go out here, go to the nearest Foot Locker, say like the newest Jordans done hit. That's why you see the picture what you see now. And then they want to go ahead and spend that $250, $300 on buying some shoes. Buying Jordans, buying unnecessary stuff, throwing the money away. But if they really wanted to go ahead and change the paradigm of this and want to beat white supremacy and eradicate it head on, I'm saying like that, you got to organize your money. You have to organize your money. Because like I told you before on one of our last podcasts, black dollar scares people. And it scares them to death. That's why you don't have people that's in political places lobbying for you and all that, because your dollars aren't at work. You gotta make them dollars get out there and work for you. And I've been pushing heavily the hashtag Bank Black movement. I was talking with a friend of mine earlier today before I came on, and I even told him he went to One United Bank right here in Miami. You do have a branch here in Miami, right here on 3275 Northwest 79th Street. And from what his point of view, he was telling me that he said, the customer service was not up to par, these sort of things and stuff like that. And I listen to everything. And I said, you talk to a bank manager, did you talk to anybody about that? I think he was there to get a loan, mortgage loan, and they said it took them 2 months or whatever like that. Which indicated me and told me one thing too. That it's also the black-owned establishments like the black banks, they got to provide the customer service what they need. I mean, you see somebody coming there, there should be somebody in there that should have been greeting this person, greeting them, and see what type of help he needed. He shouldn't have to be sitting there waiting or whatever like that, and acting like y'all, don't care. So, it's one of the reasons right there that why it's kind of hard for some of our people to even trust or even support, a black-owned establishment. Because, some people's attitudes has to change, man. They really do. So, it's work got to be done from both ends on that. Because I told them personally, I'm sorry they had to go ahead, had to hear that. That happened or whatever. But he said if they get their act together, he'll come back. Because me and him talked for a long while, and I told him how imperative and how important it is that, hey, we got to go ahead, we got to continue to go ahead and support this movement. We're going to have little discrepancies here and there. We're going to have these little discrepancies here and there. But, that's something that you should talk to. And then on top of that, what I should have told them, I said, you could have got the Twitter and tweeted them. Or sent the email. And that would have probably resolved a whole lot of things too. let me speak something about to the black-owned businesses. Y'all gotta do y'all part too. And one of the parts in order to keep y'all businesses flourishing is customer service. But then some of these business owners, y'all want to get upset talking about saying that, oh, you know what I'm saying, that's the problem. We don't never support our own. Well, nobody isn't going to support you if you ain't providing the service that you need, because after all, the majority of people who's coming in there happen to be us, and we're the ones that's coming in there and we're spending the money. Because keep in mind that we have a $1.4 trillion spending power. Okay? That right alone speaks volumes. But you have to provide the customer service, which means like that, be attentive to whoever walks through that door, engage the customers, see what they need, or find out what they need. Even if they don't need anything, strike up a conversation. You never know what you're going to get out of it. Life is full of surprises. You know, I mean, I don't blame my friend for being upset about that, because that type of service, yeah, that's right, that's unacceptable. I'd be the same way if I go into one of these white-owned establishments or whatever. You know, if you ain't gonna respect me, you ain't gonna respect my dollars, because my dollars is a value. I'm a value. And see, to my black people, to my beautiful melanoid people, that we are a value. Because we the ones that's keeping this economy going. But one thing, we got to get our economy going. And I still say go ahead and bank with that bank. You know? I mean, y'all quick and ready to go out there. For you youngins, y'all ready to go out there to go buy the new Jordans. Y'all ready to go out there to go spend $1,200 on what it was, the iPhone 7 Plus. 256 gigabyte phone that costs $1,200 over a handset that basically has the same form factor, that hasn't changed in like over 9 years. You know, go figure. Or better yet, do the number thing. Go to the club, make it rain, throwing dollars up in the air, or tricking out your ride or whatever like that. Waste of time. That type of money, get your money organized, people. But let me just go and give you a little fictitious thing. In Marvel Comics, I know plenty of y'all have seen Captain America Civil War, and the character that basically struck a chord is the Black Panther. Now, when I say the Black Panther, I'm not talking about the Black Panther Party, although it is synonymous with that. That's happened to be King T'Challa, who took the throne over for the fictitious African nation of Wakanda. You know, Wakanda happens to be one of those, is a country that has whose borders have never been invaded. It can't be found anywhere. It can't be found by satellite or anything like that. But they're basically off to themselves, self-sufficient, self-empowered, everything. As far as like agriculture, their own knowledge, culture, education. Well, T'Challa basically learned his thing over here, and he brought what he learned in America back over here. And they have advanced, have technological and scientific advances, because their nation has a mountain of the rare metal known as vibranium. And you know, everybody wants it. They done repelled a lot, and I mean a lot, of European invaders. But I'm not talking about the history of Wakanda or T'Challa. But yeah, technically I'm here to talk about T'Challa. I'm sorry. That T'Challa, you know what his net worth is? Now everybody talking about the net worth of Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark. Yeah, Bruce Wayne is like, you know, his net worth is $85 billion. Okay, fine. And Tony Stark is $100 billion. King T'Challa is 97.1 billion. 1 trillion, I'm sorry. 97.1 trillion. That makes him not only the richest superhero in Marvel Comics, but he's the richest black superhero. 97.1 trillion. Because the fact of the matter that he maintains and does his thing for his people, and they keep their money circulating. What goes on there? Now let me bring it a little bit to reality. That's just a little history lesson in case you guys didn't know. Plus, the man also knows several different fighting styles. He's well articulated, well educated. The suit that he wears, his costume that he wears, is made out of vibranium mesh. It basically makes him bulletproof. It's so powerful. It can even repel. It can even withstand a punch from Big Green himself. That's right, the Incredible Hulk. That's just how badass it is. But let me go ahead and jump into a reality that's synonymous to Black Panther. And you go down to one of my favorite cities, Houston, Texas. Now, the black communities down there in Houston, they keep their money circulating around there too. Because keep in mind, back in the days, in the late from the 90s to the early 2000s, like when you had the rappers like Suave House and Rap A Lot, and a lot of the other local rappers like Lil Flip, Slim Thug, the Ghetto Boys, and all that. Houston basically kept their money within their community, and they still do to this day because they circulate their money right along with each other. Because I got a lot of friends, a lot of constituents from H-Town. And I'm going to tell you something, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, no doubt. But yeah, organize your dollars, people. Invest in your household first. You know, put some money aside that's going down. Because, you know, you get paid, we all do the same thing. You know, we pay the mortgage or rent, pay our bills, you know, food on the table, blah, blah, blah. You got kids to make sure they're well taken care of and all that. Invest in the household, in your household first. Put aside a savings account, a CD, money market account. You know, to stack up either for your future or for your children's future. And we need to start going ahead to prevent the onslaught of gentrification is by going ahead and keeping our dollars in our community. Spend it amongst each other. Y'all quick and ready to go out there and go spend Jordans. Man, shoot, Jordan don't give a rat's ass about us. And neither does Nike. Or Michael Kors, or Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all that stuff. Forget that. And another thing, what you can do when you bank with them, when you putting your money in the bank, you got to have some discipline when it comes down to it. Make sure that you check on your quarter. You can request a quarterly statement, which is every 3 months, to see how your money doing, where your money going at, or whatever like that. You ain't always got to go and ask them. You can go ask them for a statement. They'd be more than glad to give it to you. You got to be going ahead and have more self-discipline when it comes down to it. Because see, after all with these shootings and killings of unarmed black men, look what happened in El Cajo, I think it was, that Tory Rain told me. Another unarmed black man. Pull our money up out of these white-owned banks. Out of your Chasers, your Bank of Americas, your Wells Fargos, TD Banks, Regions, so on and so forth. Things like so on and so forth. Now I know this is just stuff I'm just coming off the top of my head, but it's been on my mind for the longest. So the reason why I'm not going on a rant or anything like that, because I'm in chill mode. But this is something of real importance that people need to start going ahead and listening to. Because we was always told when we were kids that, that white people can go ahead, they can enjoy the fat of the land, like this. We was always told that, enjoy what you got, blah, 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 blah. Those days, no more. Nah. Enjoy what we have. We want it all. Because after all, they came over here and they stole this land. When they came up out the Caucasus, out the caves, out the Caucasus Mountains. So all we doing, we just reclaiming what's rightfully ours. Shoot, because everybody deserves to find the things in life. I don't care who you are. Us as a people, we deserve that. But you gotta be disciplined and gotta be organized with your money. Organize your money, people. I can't tell you how much I'm going to go ahead and stress that. Killer Mike has already stressed that a lot. And you organize your money by investing in your household first. Getting your money organized there. Then you organize in your communities. Banking with a black-owned bank is the way to go ahead and start doing it. One United Bank has basically, I think, every weekend financial literacy class that teach people who don't have any, those to comprehend with how to do with their money, whatever. Make that money work for you. CDs is a nice way to start it off with. Or people who's a little bit more intermediate, they can go with a money market account or buy bonds or mutual funds, things like that. Check it out. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave a link on the description on my Facebook page, and y'all could check it out from there. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign off right now because there's some other things I like. I gotta get out of here because I got bills to go ahead and pay. So once again though, this your main man here. This is Mr. O, the Black Knight himself. I'm going ahead and I'm signing off. And remember, my people, support the black movement. Black dollars matter. We matter. And we make the world go round. James, take it away.